See, are we streaming? I think we're streaming. Uh-oh. I gotta watch that, the music in this game. Copyright Strike City. Let's see, YouTube stream number. Okay, I think this is the game. Anderson Equipment Pack. That's right. I haven't eaten. It's been a while. Crazy Panda. Hello. Elite Farmer Price Gaming. Hello. Let's see. I just want to see if there's anything else that I can't live without, and apparently there is not. Made me a cup of coffee. That way I'm going to be up all night. Like usual. I see Alex Mason, Luke Schilt, Ryan McGuire, D. Hamby, and Sandra DeVries. Welcome aboard, guys and gals, if there's any gals here. Emil Hubbard, I went from... Oh, hi from the west coast of Canada. Hello, hello. Kevin McRae. Let's see, Ravenport. We're loading. We're just loading. You know what's crazy is like it's taking this long to load. And I have a pretty beast computer. Gosh, we need to mow the lawn, don't we? Kind of. Let's see. I have to figure out really what I need to do, because I haven't been playing this much lately, actually at all. And let's see here. So growth, okay. Soil comp looks like everything is ready to go. We just have to fast forward time and hope that we don't get any weeds. Alex Mason, C Payne, oh, how was my day? It was about like it was yesterday and all of last week. I live in a condominium, and I just moved here about a year and a half ago. I bought it about a year and a half ago. I moved from the condo that I was living in, and but I guess apparently these units were built about 20 years ago, and apparently there was some kind of defect with the siding on the condo. So last week they had a work crew out here like tearing everything off the side of the condo and putting up like this vapor barrier stuff. And yesterday they actually started putting up the new siding. I don't know. I think it's metal siding. I don't think it's vinyl. I guess I'll find out once they get my deck done. But basically about 9 o'clock in the morning or so, they start hammering. And the hammering doesn't really stop until about 7 o'clock in the evening. So it's literally like all day. I am kind of like a night person. Like I actually usually like to stay up till like 1 or 2 a.m., sometimes later, and then get up around 9 or 10 in the morning, something like that. That's just always kind of been my thing. But you know, I'm pretty much, I find it difficult to get to sleep because I know that I'm going to be woken up by the sounds of hammers, which kind of frustrates me. And so, oh gosh, here we go. Where is my sprayer? Do I have a sprayer up here? I gotta have a sprayer. So that kind of frustrates me. So I kind of have this like anxiety that at any moment in the morning, you know, we are gonna start, you know, it's gonna start hammering like crazy, and which is exactly what happens. So I find it hard to fall asleep, and then once the hammering starts, I have to wake up. I was really hoping that they were gonna get the siding around my bedroom done, and unfortunately, that's exactly where they stopped for the night, which means tomorrow morning at butt crack of dawn, they're going to be hammering like right next to my head in my bedroom. So I'm definitely not Not at all happy about that. All right, let's slow down time just so I think I can drive through my friend's field here. Yeah, we'll get him started up there, and then we'll find the New Holland and we'll get him doing something. So that's basically like what my day's been. It's not like terrible. Like I can't say it's like, you know, the worst thing ever. But it is kind of annoying because I just like my silence. Let's see here. Wow, that grass is really grown. I can't see the dog. Insert boy, hello. Lees, hello. How are you doing? Squeaky 2008, hello, hello. Oh, it's nothing to be sorry about, Panda. That's just kind of the facts of life, I guess. One of those things you have to deal with. It's annoying, and you know, it's loud and obnoxious, but you know, it'll be over with, and I'll have new siding on my house, I guess, which will be nice. Yeah, I wish I would have been aware of that prior to moving in. I probably wouldn't have moved here, but no, I'm just kidding. I would have. All right, let's find the New Holland. It does have herbicide in it. So I guess I'll just drive through. I've got the wither wheels on, or the narrow wheels, I'm sorry. And so we're not gonna, you know, damage my neighbor's crops, so. Wait, what happened? Long time no see. I don't know, I just kind of was maybe getting bored a little bit with Farming Sim, I don't know. But, you know, a game called Satisfactory came out. I've really been enjoying that. And also there are some major updates to Star Citizen, which is absolutely amazing. It's, yeah, it's pretty cool. What gear do I use to record? I use OBS, and my PC specs are down in the video description. I don't have any like special recording gear though. I kind of feel like, okay. There we go. Am I gonna stream Satisfactory? Not tonight, obviously, because I'm gonna be playing Farming Sim, but yes, I will be streaming soon. I'd actually like to stream again with Savvy Alloy because we were having problems with like the game crashing on us. I don't know if it was a multiplayer issue. We did, come on now, come on. We did actually do some testing a couple days ago over the weekend to see whether or not you know, we were continuing to get the crashing. We weren't, so we're gonna maybe try to, maybe later this week, I don't know. It depends on him. He's always like, I gotta go, and I'm like, what? What did you just say? And he's like, and I'm like, what? So I don't know, he's like busy, he's all busy doing stuff with something called Friends. I've never heard of these things before, but apparently people have them. So he goes and visits them from time to time. And I don't know what kind of gross, disgusting things he probably does with his friends, but he probably does it. You know, that's him. That's his business. I don't want to be drug in the middle of that. How long ago did I start the channel? In 2006. But when did I actually start doing gaming videos? Back in 2013. Yeah, Scott, it is OBS, Open Broadcaster Software. It is it's an open source video recording software. So that means it's free. I actually use Streamlabs OBS because it's got some extra features that I really like. Standard Device, like, what are friend? I see. I don't know. I don't know what these friend things are. I'm just trying to get these vehicles out of the way here. Buddy Opal says, hey Brad, I bought FS19 about a week ago, and your Let's Play videos taught me how to play. They were amazing. Thanks for making them. Yeah, oh my gosh. Yes, and me being an expert at Farming Simulator. Let's see, when will I be posting the next episode? As far as my Let's Play series goes, I really this time am gonna start trying to, you know, make a couple episodes every week to post to kind of get that series going again. I've been really bad, mainly, you know, like Satisfactory came out and I was like playing that 24/7. Right now I'm kind of playing a ton of Star Citizen because the 3.5 update is coming out. So I don't know, I'm gonna try to maybe get at least one Farming Simulator video out this week. Maybe more. You'll just have to kind of stay tuned. And again, I'm apologetic to everybody because I know, you know, a lot of my fans love Farming Simulator, and I just have not been doing it. I don't know. I really like the new Farming Simulator. I just feel like, you know, from like a streaming standpoint, I get so much done during streaming that I don't feel as obligated to do the episodes. I don't know. Does that make any sense? I hope it does. Maybe it doesn't. Let's see. I think I need to take this guy down. So is that all the... Okay, so that's all the weed. Oh, we've got a few little weeding bits down there to do, but I'm not even going to worry about it. Do I have 2 monitors? No, I just have one. I have 2 computers. I have my PC that I record and, you know, play and stream on, and then I have my Mac, which I actually just use as a, you know, to monitor my, you know, chat and things like that with you guys. But yeah, above that, no. I mean, I don't have like 2 monitors on my PC. No. I actually have another, you know, 27-inch monitor. I just don't really have a place to put it on my desk. Because I have 3 27-inch monitors on my desk already. Travis says, I've been feeling depressed lately and I don't know why. I feel depressed all the time and I don't know why. I think that's kind of part of life, and you just kind of have to go with it. I don't know. Ah! But, you know, I'm not trying to, like, belittle, you know, depression or anything. I know, you know, for a lot of people, it is very serious, very serious thing. You know, I'm sure that there have been times in my life, heck, probably, you know, every day that, you know, I kind of feel depressed, you know, about different things, or, you know, you wish your life had turned out differently, or you'd done things differently in life. And I think the best thing to try not to do is to dwell on those, which can be extraordinarily difficult. Oh, there we go. No! There. I'm like, wait, how do I'm like trying to turn my tractor off like I turn my ships off in Star Citizen. Oh my gosh. Let's see. How are we doing up here? Okay, everything's going well. What do I think of the new DLC? Well, actually, that's a very good question, because we can take a look at it. What do we get? We basically get a bunch of stuff from Anderson. And I think that's it. I think everything falls under the Anderson brand. I have not had a chance to go through, well, really any of these. This is the second time I'm actually looking at these. I was actually all planning on doing a like an episode, or not really an episode, but kind of like a showcase of the Anderson DLC. But when Giant sent me my key, it kept asking for the code that they send, but they didn't tell me that I had to put in, instead of putting in the DLC code, I had to put in my original farming simulator code. And so that basically screwed the whole thing up. I didn't figure it out until after it was already, you know, available and open to everybody. The Giants guys, they were like getting ready to go to PAX East, which was in Boston. So they were like probably packing luggage and psyching themselves up for like an 8-hour plane ride and all this other stuff. So they didn't even get back to me until really, you know, after the DLC was released. And I was kind of mad, because I just felt that I didn't, you know, I was like trying to contact everybody I could, and nobody got back to me until after that. So, you know, I understand that they were really busy, but I would have wished that their instructions on how to install the DLC was clear, because I've never had this issue previously with any previous versions of Farming Simulator. I also think I wouldn't have had this problem if they had issued Steam keys. I wish they would do that in the future. I doubt that they will, because I think that they have more control on, you know, what content that they give the preview partners. But, you know, that's just, I'm not trying to be like critical of them. Hopefully if anybody at Giants, you know, hears this, that they, you know, could be like, okay, this is how we could maybe do it differently in the future and improve things for people. And I don't know if the issue was widespread. I actually did talk to one other person who said that he was having the exact same problem, or I don't know, it could have been a she. He or she was having the exact same problem as I was. So anyway, we have a bale wrapper. Packs grass bales in foil so they can be so they can ferment into silage. So it's basically like this big round bale wrapper. So I guess you put your bales in here, and then it wraps them, and then it kind of poops them out into like a big long chain of bales, and then but they instantly silage, which is kind of nice. We also have another bale wrapper. This one just does round bales. This one does round or square bales. But it's pretty much the same kind of thing. We've got a couple forage wagons or forage mixers. Let's see, yeah, a forage mixer wagon blends silage, hay, and straw into total mixed ration, TMR, that can be fed to cows. So you've got one that'll hold 23,475, and another one that holds 29,393 liters, respectively. And obviously, the bigger one is more expensive. Let's see, Pro Chop. So we have this little baler here, takes straw bales and uses them to cover the ground of a cow stable with straw. So basically, you dump a square bale into the top, or almost looks like a round bale. could fit in there. That did say square bale, right? Oh, straw bales. Doesn't say whether it's... Doesn't say whether they need to be round or square. Actually, I didn't even look at these. Sorry about that, guys. It's like the pit of, I don't ever want to fall in there while it's running. That pit. And this is kind of the same thing. Oh, gosh, it's got 3 death blades in there. Okay. Oh, excuse me. We just have a another bale wrapper. It says packs grass bales into foil so they can ferment into silage. Let's see, bale collector. This will fit up to 24 bales. I'm pretty sure this is for round bales, though it might be square. No, I think these are round bales. I don't know. Maybe it does both. Let's see, rim. Well, no, yeah, it does say, it does have the picture of the round bale there, so I think these only do round bales. So this one holds 24 bales. This one also says 24 bales. Don't know. This one actually looks smaller. Or no, it actually looks bigger. Looks smaller on the picture, though. Oh, that's the same one. No, that one definitely looks smaller. I don't know. You can, swap out the tires. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Anderson Equipment collects. Oh, bale collect. Okay, so here's the square bale picker upper dude. So that picks up square bales. We have a Anderson bumper with this tool. Poplar can be pushed down to be taken by the bio baler. So I don't know. I guess maybe you put that in front of your tractor or something. I don't know these things. Then you've got the bio baler. Picks up the poplar, chops them up into bales. I think round bales, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Anderson Group vehicle can transfer tree log, or yes, pick up tree logs. Nothing we haven't seen before, except this doesn't have the seat up here. It's kind of got just a standing position, but it's just a logging trailer. And this is the Anderson poplar bale wrapper thing. And I think that's it. If I missed anything, let me know, but I'm pretty sure that's everything. All right, let's see how we're doing. Uh-oh. Oh, there's like a little tiny strip. All right, let's drive this guy over to field, I guess 12? 6 and 12. Just there's a couple little, patches that need to be weeded. Oh, on the Midwest Horizon news front, I did hear from one of the people on Facebook. They say that they're kind of putting the final touches on the Midwest Horizon map. So definitely, really definitely looking forward to that one. I don't know if if I do a series on the Midwest Horizon map, it'll definitely be a multiplayer series of some sort. What that actually means, I do not know. But oh, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Okay. Let's turn around. But yeah, I really want to take Midwest Horizons and put it on my on my dedicated server. And uh-oh, I think we missed. Yep. Because it's a massive map. It's got tons of fields, and it's got plenty of room for everybody to kind of spread out and do their own thing if they want. So. We're up to 32 likes. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. As long as it's not 7 Days to Die or Satisfactory. Satisfactory's technically not a family friendly. Though I have been trying to do more of the episodes lately being family friendly. Or more of the live streams, since I technically don't do episodes on those. Alright. Fast forward time. But generally I do like to be more family friendly than not family friendly. I don't get as jumpy as in Satisfactory. No, that's very true. There are occasions where I do get my, the crap scared out of me in Satisfactory, but not like in 7 Days to Die. But I haven't been playing 7 Days to Die because I swear that game, destroys my head. Now, did we have a... I've got a fertilizer... Or herbicide, yeah, herbicide right here. There we go. He's family friendly in 7 Days to Die until I have a zombie sneak up behind me. That's, yeah, I'll take that. Yep, that's accurate. And then it's full on poop snakes. Oh, I haven't looked for tornadoes in the sky lately. Oh, there's one. See it right there? It's kind of by itself, right there in the middle. Yeah, I was messing around with Star Citizen last night with Savvy, and we were doing some, just kind of exploring the new 3.5 stuff and having some fun there. So that was pretty cool. It's kind of nice for him because when you sign up for the PTU or the Persistent Test Universe, you get access to all the, basically all the vehicles in the game, or, all the currently flyable vehicles. And I think I've actually noticed that there are a couple missing, because I think it's the Herald, the Drake Herald, which is this, it's kind of like this information gathering ship. It's got a bunch of computers and servers on board and stuff. And I noticed that was not in the game, and I would have swore that was in the game before. So I don't know if they took it out or what happened, but a lot of the other ships are in the game, and it's pretty cool. So people who don't usually have access to all the ships, they can get full access to them, or to most of them right now, which is pretty cool. Or at least all the ships that are flyable. Not everything's flyable. Oh, look at that. We are already very well. Now they know. Do you not drown? Don't know what I'm singing, but did I find Yoda yet? In Farming Simulator? There's like Yoda in Farming Sim? No. Are you talking about Star Citizen? That's Star Citizen, that'd be the wrong game. Yoda is not going to be in Star Citizen. Did I see there are some fence mods? I think I actually saw those like a couple weeks ago when I last streamed Farming Sim. I think I did see those, but I mean, like, what are you going to use fences for, really? You know, well, they're decoratively, obviously, but aside from that, I'm just kind of like, it's a fence. All right, so let's go ahead and just get started here. Okay. Where's my other combine? Where's my big John Deere? There's this guy. Okay. Alright, so I just wanted to kind of make a little bit of a headland down at this end, and then we're gonna go right up here. Hire the worker. Okay. So we're gonna tab around now. Oh! Oh, what's this? Oh no. I forgot all about this. We got a third-party job to do. Okay. Well, that kind of stinker beans. What did Sanders get timed out for? I don't even see. I just see Sanders Farms was timed out for 30,000 seconds. That's essentially until tomorrow. I don't know why. I don't even see. Looks like it deleted all his messages. I don't know what's going on there. What about Chewbacca? No, Chewbacca is not in the game either. I'm actually kind of like mad at Star Wars, I guess. Not really mad, but just kind of like I'm really glad that Star Citizen isn't Star Wars. Because Disney is slowly destroying. Now, I did like Solo. I didn't think I was going to like Solo. I ended up loving Solo. Like, I think Solo is the best of all of the... Well, actually, Rogue One was good. Rogue One was pretty darn good for a Star Wars movie, too. And I think Rogue One was done under Disney. But I actually like Solo most. And then The Force Awakens was it was okay. Like, it was passable. But the Last Jedi is one of the worst movies. It's not only like by far the worst Star Wars movie. I'll take the prequels any day over the Last Jedi. It's poorly written. Some of the acting in it is terrible. A lot of the scenarios make absolutely no sense. It's just a terrible, terrible movie, and it's really like that movie's really put me off of Star Wars. So I'm kind of hoping that whatever this next Star Wars movie is, you know, ends up fixing whatever the heck Disney has going on, because I'm telling you, that movie sucked. Like Laura Dern's character, like they could completely take Laura Dern out of the movie. They should have killed Princess Leia in that movie. Obviously, Carrie Fisher went on to kill herself. Well, not really kill herself, but, you know, all the years of drug use, you know, pretty much sealed that deal, I think. So yeah, it's just kind of like a, you know, sad hamburgers, I guess, for them. Sad hamburgers, is that a thing? I don't think so. Briano Damelli, hello. Let's see here. He wanted you to say his name. Oh. That's weird. I don't understand why Nightbot like actually deleted all of his messages, because I didn't even see any of his messages. Nightbot is a bot. Like I mean, I set it up, but you know, I don't really have direct control over it. He ends up doing his own thing. There we go. Just trying to top my fertilizer off here. William Davis asks, Brad, how's it going? Where have I been? I've been playing some Star Citizen and Satisfactory. And another reason why I haven't really been here is just like all the knocking around last week was like making my head want to explode. Yeah, it's never, ever fun. Oh, let's see here. We may... Nope, we still know... See, no need to plow. Wow. Alright, let's see what's going on up here. Robert Masonville. Hey, Robert. When is the next part in the Back to the Future build? I actually just... I recorded about half the episode that I'm going to be releasing, hopefully tomorrow, about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, something like that. And then I just filmed another part of it today, and I realized that the batteries in the car were dead. So let me burp here. Helper J has a nearly full grain tank. Wait, is this Helper J? Oh, excuse me. Oh, we're in Helper J. Yeah, so the batteries that I had for testing were dead, and so I'm charging up the batteries right now. I've got everything else in the editor, so all I need to do is just record the last, you know, couple minutes, and I'll be able to bring it in and hopefully edit that, upload it, and have it available tomorrow. I'm also going to be blasting through probably the next four issues here this week. I have not even started on issue 79, which is going to be like the shortest episode again, because it's literally just 2 screws installing this little plastic piece. Issue 80, I think, is installing the right rear quarter panel, which I think is all the quarter panels on, or all the panels on the car, minus the front end with the lights and the back with the tail lights, which I actually already have. And then I think issues 81 and 82 deal with kind of like the top, or I think it's the engine surround. So like the kind of like the black part that fits on top. So that's going to be this month. Well, you know, the shipment I got last month, it's going to be those parts. And then it's going to be, let's see, what else is it going to be? Oh, and then this month, what I get this month is going to be kind of all engine surround stuff. Wait, is the front part? Oh, the front part's actually full. Okay. Yeah, so it's going to be like all engine surround stuff, and then we'll be able to, I think in, let's see, it's going to be April. So April is going to be 83, 84, 85, and 86. May is going to be 87, 88, 89, and 90. And I think it's either issue 90 or 91. That's when we actually join the upper part of the car to the lower part of the car. So I'm really looking forward to that. How many fields do I have right meow? I have all the dark blue ones. 26, see. 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 14 through 17, 9, 10, 11, 6, 12, and 13. I'm going to be buying field 7 next. And where do I have to drop this load off, by the way? To the restaurant. All right. When am I doing another live chat or live streams of FS19? Just kind of when I do them. I don't, and I'm sure it's probably like super bad for my channel that I don't actually schedule my streams. Because, you know, some days I just don't feel like playing a certain game. You know, I might be like, I want to put, you know, I'm supposed to be doing a Donkey Punch simulator, but I just don't feel like it. I want to play Surf and Turf. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like really dumb game names, and just nothing's coming to mind. I don't know. I just don't schedule them. I just kind of do them when I feel like doing them. Let me see. Did I end up? Oh gosh. Oh, I do. Okay. Oh, whoa. I wasn't sure if I had my my Xbox. Boy, they definitely did not fix the controller sensitivity. I pretty much have the controller sensitivity set as low as it'll go without, you know, compromising mouse sensitivity, because it's, the two are just tied together. I don't know why they did it that way, but they are. And, or maybe it's the keyboard sensitivity. I think it's like controller and keyboard sensitivity are tied together. And oh my gosh, I don't like it at all. I do not want. All right, what? Who just said there was like a? Okay, helper I. What's helper I got going on here? He's almost done here, so let's go ahead and offload this. Alex Weiss, hello, how are you doing, Alex? Okay. We just have to come up here and get like a little bit of sunflowers, right? I think, yeah. Alex says he's doing just fine. That's good. I always try to feel just fine, and some days I'm more successful than others. Where is my big John? Oh, here it is. I'm like, where is my big old John Deere combine? I've been trying to find you all day, and you're just like, yee-haw, big-a-ba-ba-boo-boo-ba-dow. Or I don't know, something of that nature. All right. I think he is full. Let's go. Yep. No. You loved my live streams. Well, thank you. I enjoy doing them when I do them, but I'm glad everybody else enjoys them as well. So we're just going to kind of come up along the side of the field here. I think we'll have enough room to drive around here. All right. So while he's offloading, we're gonna just switch. How the heck do I switch? Oh, you. That's right. It's been a while. There we go. Riley Sparks. Hey, Riley. Judson Underwood says, hi, Brad. How are you doing tonight? I'm actually doing all right. How about yourself? All right. And I totally missed the percentage of fulledness, so we're gonna take this guy all the way back. So what is it, field 4? I could have taken a right back there, but I thought, nah, I'll just go straight. Yeah, I'm not sure if I've actually done a live stream since the 1.3 live patch came out. I know that I had done several with the beta patch, but I don't think I actually did any with the live patch. And honestly, I was looking at the patch notes. I didn't see anything different on the beta patch notes compared to the live patch notes. If I missed something, I'm sorry, but I didn't see any differences. So Helper J has a nearly full grain tank again, so we'll come up and prepare to offload Helper J. Chad Pansky. Hey Chad, how are you doing tonight? You doing okay? Do 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 do. Come on, turn around here. Gosh, we could have been done with this field by now had I remembered this. Oh well. Chad says, I should play Star Citizen with Savvy Alloy. Maybe I will after the live stream tonight. It kind of depends on what Savvy Alloy's doing, though. He's always off doing things with these things called friends. I don't know what those are. But, I don't know. Okay, let's see. Let's look around. Okay, so this guy's doing his thing. We've got all that to do. Oh, look, he pooped one out. So we've got some bales in here, too, that we need to take down. I'm just going to kind of put them down near the spinnery, and then we can, you know, once I feel that I've got like a really good price for cotton bales, we'll go ahead and sell them. The D is almost full. Oh no! Oh, we've already got some down here. There we go. Well, I didn't mean to put a roadblock in. Whoa! It's not balanced. Oh, come on. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. There we go. All right. D has a full. He's help. Oh. Are any of my tractors? You have this guy. That's like rolling off into oblivion. Where is my... Where's the tipper at? I have a tipper trailer. I don't know where it's at. Hey, there's Savvy Alloy. Somebody must have told Savvy that we were talking about him. I'm gonna have to make sure that I find out who and ban them permanently. No, I'm just kidding. Aha, here is the tipper. I'm gonna see if I can get this other bale out of here. I need to... I should kind of flatten this area maybe and maybe make it into like a parking lot. It's like pre-sales bale storage. Because we've all seen, you know, we all need to make sure that we get the right price for the bales. Let's actually take a look really quick. Let's see. Yeah, the price for soybeans is freaking terrible. And we've got, I don't know if we have any on the train. Did we sell that? Cotton bale prices aren't bad. 4,681. Could be a lot worse. All right, so let's drive this guy back up. Ooh, the contract on Field 4 is finished. No, not quite yet. He's still got stuff to do. Pip Games Life. Welcome, Pip. Oh, crap. Uh-oh. Come on. So yesterday was April Fool's. Did any of you guys get like, did any of you get fooled? I didn't. I was totally like, whatevs. Matter of fact, like, yesterday was probably one of the worst April Fool's Days I can remember in recent history. Because literally nothing fooled me at all. Let's see. What's going on down here? Oh no, that's not even grown yet. Great. All right, so something's happening up here. Something happening here. About as bad as backing up as me there. Oh. I'm usually not that bad. All right, so I'm going to offload with this, and we're going to immediately drive him over to field 11, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Go. Helper C has a nearly full grain tank. Okay, so that's him. The helper down here is almost done. Well, actually, he's done. So we just need to do field 26, and we can kind of retire him. Whoa. Don't hit the light post there. I was watching a stream over on Massively Up, and the stream... and the streamer there I watched had on the schedule she was going to do World of Warcraft? Oh, God. Yeah, I like met somebody last week and they're like, I play World of Warcraft. I love it. And I'm like, oh God, please kill me. I played World of Warcraft when it was in beta, before it was ever released. And I was like, yeah, this isn't at all what I was gonna sign up for. I had kind of expected it to be more like, well, like Warcraft should have originally been, in my opinion. Like how they thought of making an MMO out of Warcraft, I'll never know. I'm also very confused as to why it's been so like insanely popular. But I did not like it, and I've never gone back to it after, you know, it was in beta. I've played other MMOs like Star Trek Online, Lord of the Rings Online, Ultima Online, the first MMO. Never World of Warcraft. I should have done like a, you know, it's like, I want to announce on April 1st, we've finally gotten somebody to pay the $2,000 ransom, and I will begin my week of playing Fortnite. No, I couldn't do that, though. I just hate lying and deceiving people, you know what I mean? Oh, Helper C looks like he's full. Helper D has a full grain tank again. It was, Kevin says, it was popular with the younger generation of MMOs due to its cartoony look. That may be right, but I mean, whoa, there are tons of adults that play it. Tons of adults that play it. So it's not, you know, something that I can really say that, you know, it's because it looks like a cartoon that people loved it. Tomislav Andros, hey Tomislav. Fork night. Fart night. Okay, so he's gonna be doing his thing. This thing's doing his thing. I don't know what Helper G's doing. Oh, we've got a couple bales pooped out here. I was hoping to get the last bit of that field growth done, but maybe, oh, no, Brad, no. Don't ever do that again. Yeah, I was playing the Star Citizen, the patch that came out earlier tonight, and a lot of the issues that I was having with Quantum Drive seem to have gone away. So, really hoping that gets fit, or that's fixed now, because my gosh, that was annoying. Soybeans. Yeah, I didn't really have enough time to really test Star Citizen, but yeah, the Quantum Drive stuff seemed way better. At least the few times that I had gotten to try it, and then I was like, I really need to live stream. We're just gonna go down the field here. Oh shoot, I forgot to get that little patch of soybeans over there. I almost need to buy another semi-truck. Just like to have for each of the combines. Okay, so he's doing his thing. He's doing fine. 65%. Sid says, yeah, you're back to Farming Sim 19 again. Yeah, I am. You know, one nice thing, I had like yesterday, I had some power go out to like a plug socket, you know, in my wall, and my mother had brought over this old knife sharpener thing. It was actually like an electric can opener from like probably like the 1960s. I should take a picture of it. Maybe I'll take a picture of it later tonight if somebody asks on my Discord, and I'll post a picture of it. But it has like a built-in knife sharpener. It's basically like a grinding wheel with like two two slots that you can like run your knife through to get like the ideal, I guess, angle to sharpen, you know, the knife. And so she dropped this thing off because I was like, I really need to buy a knife sharpener. And she's like, oh, I got the one from when you were a little boy. And I was like, okay, we'll bring it over sometime and I'll try it out. So she did, and I tried it out, and I was sitting there because I was, you know, she had left. I was talking to her on the phone, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just trying out the knife sharpener. It seems to be working good. And then all of a sudden it stopped working. I'm like, uh-oh, I guess I burned it out. Well, then I realized I take it over to another plug it in there, and it works fine. I'm like, well, I think I just burnt the plug out. Like, I don't know what happened. So, you know, I go and I get my voltmeter, and I'm like, the plug's totally dead. So I go to the next plug in the wall, which is only like maybe 6 feet away from that plug, and put my voltmeter prongs in there. You know, I just set it to alternating current, 200 whatevers, you know, and it'll measure the voltage. And I'm getting, you know, 120 volts, which is, you know, about, well, 119, 120, something like that, which is what you should normally get. And I'm like, what in the world is going on here? That one's working. So anyway, I took the plug out. I shut the breaker off, which I ended up finding out that the breaker that controls like half of my kitchen, my entire living room, as well as my entire office where my computers are, it basically controls all that. So I go in and I turn the breaker on, not knowing I was going to just slam shut my computers down, which I don't like doing. You know, when you've got like $10,000 worth of computer equipment in your office, and you don't exactly have the funds to replace it, it kind of gets stressful, you know, during lightning storms and stuff. But anyway, I checked, you know, the plug-in, everything looked fine, and I'm like, what in the heck is going on? So I decided, you know, I was going to wait until today when it was, you know, light outside, and I could actually kind of see what I'm doing in my living room with all my lights off, and, you know, assisted with a flashlight. And everything looked fine. Like, all the wiring looked fine. I couldn't really tell where the wire in the daisy chain went to. And so, so anyway, this evening, I go to, I went to make a piece of toast, and I just happened to look up, the toaster wasn't working, and I just happened to look up and I saw that, wait a second, the outlet that the toaster's on has a GFI. It's like your ground fault interrupt. That's the thing that kicks out if you're like in the bathtub and somebody throws a toaster in the bathtub with you, plugged in. So, yeah. So anyway, it ended up working. I ended up pushing the little GFI thing in. Totally didn't even know that there was a GFI on that on the circuit out by the wall, and it worked absolutely fine. Everything is great. So I totally did not think that there would be a GFI on that circuit. So anyway, I fixed that. It didn't even really fix anything. $10,000. Am I rich? No, I just, you know, try to save my money strategically so that I can buy nice computer equipment. One is my gaming PC, which I actually built over 4 years ago, which is probably, well, over the 4 years, it's probably got like around $6,000 in it worth of upgrades and stuff, and add-ons or swap outs. My iMac, which is a late 2015 iMac, so it's actually older than my PC. It was like $3,200, and it was basically like pretty much the best iMac that you could buy at the time. And then I have my old iMac, which is probably about a $2,500 iMac, which I don't really use that one anymore. It just kind of sits there. I should, like, you know, I should probably like just set it back to like factory default, you know, reformat the hard drives and all that kind of stuff, and then like just try to sell it, because I really don't use that one anymore at all. But yep. Like if something happened to like all my computer setup, it would be absolutely devastating. And I don't know if I guess if I, you know, claimed my computers on my house insurance, like if there was a you know, lightning strike or something like that, and it knocked all my PCs out, I guess you know, they would cover it. But I don't want to have to go through that. You know, I like to try to take care of my stuff. I have my computers on really nice surge protectors. I actually was thinking just the other day I should get like a battery backup system just to have in between, you know, the wall and my computers, because not only do battery backups act as like the ultimate lightning suppressor. I mean, you could take like a direct hit, like a direct lightning hit to your house, and you know, and even though it would hit the battery backup, that surge is not going to get through to your PC, which is really nice. Let's see, on top of that, I don't know, I was going to say something else and now I can't think. Just a little farm in Kansas, like, give your old Mac to me. Where I live, the power went out. Let's see. Sid says, where I live, the power went out Sunday morning for a quarter of the city because a transformer blew. But our building gets power from 2 transformers, so only half the power went out. I would cry like a girl just for my tablet if I broke it. Yeah, I don't blame you there. Yeah, when I generally never shut my PC off. Like, it pretty much, well, actually yesterday was like the first time in probably a couple months since it's been shut off. It'll reboot whenever like the automatic Windows updates and stuff come through. Like, it'll, you know, go through its like little reboot routine, whatever that is. But as far as like actually shutting off, it doesn't shut off hardly ever. So, you know, the half hour that I was trying to diagnose the, you know, the computer issue is probably the longest my PC has been shut down since I, you know, moved it from my old house to my, you know, my old condo to my new condo. For whatever reason, it doesn't like to be shut down, because sometimes when I boot it back up, I get like these weird CMOS errors, like BIOS errors. Like, I can't remember the one I got yesterday. It was, you know, it's like some weird, it's not a fatal, it says it's a fatal error, but it's really not. And it's probably like one of those things that I should seriously like consider reflashing my BIOS for. But I'm really, 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 really apprehensive about flashing a BIOS, because you can basically brick your motherboard. And when you're, you know, when a replacement motherboard is going to be fairly difficult to find, you know, because I would want to go with the same motherboard and just, because otherwise, like, Windows is going to have a freaking hissy fit. And I don't even know. I mean, it was like a $400 or $500 motherboard when I bought it, because it's for like an Intel Extreme processor. So, and then somebody was like, "Why don't you get the new Intel Extreme?" Because I don't know. Maybe I'm just not as extreme anymore. But the processor, I think the Intel Extreme processor now is like, I don't know if it's like $2,000 or $2,500. It is like freaking ridiculously expensive. And then the motherboards that go with it, the motherboards really aren't that bad. They're probably like $500 or $600. But I'm just like, no, that's just way too much. Ah! No, there we go. I was setting my cold coffee back down, and I accidentally hit that. Sorry, guys. Lightning can jump through walls and wires laying near each other. Well, if your cables are properly shielded and the wiring within your walls are properly shielded, it shouldn't. That's not to say that it's not going to happen, but it definitely shouldn't happen if that's the case. Oh my gosh, no, we're gonna screw the field up. Way to go, Brad. Way to go, bird and paper to purr. Alright. Oh, no. And that part of the field is still not cleaned up. Alright, I'm gonna get helper E here. I'm just gonna take him up to the farm up here. We're gonna basically just do the maintenance on it, and we'll be good. So the best place to be in a lightning storm is on a metal tracker in the middle of an empty field. No, it's not. It's like hugging a tree. Most homes don't have shielding on any interior wiring. I'm pretty sure that it does. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I would think that they would put like some shielding on wire. Now, like your power cords do, like power cords for like computers and stuff. All those have shielding in them. I can't even tell you how many PC power cords that I've cut in half in my time, and they always have like the little kind of like a foil shielding around them. Anyway, I was watching the update on Kilauea Volcano, and they accidentally filmed earthquake at the summit. That would be freaking scary. Like, that's one thing I don't want to mess around with, like, ever, is a freaking volcano. No way. But like, let's see, Hamby says some power cords. Yeah, I would imagine like, you know, your toaster power cord's probably not going to be shielded, but like PC power cords are. Even like the little crappy laptop power cables, you know, that have, you know, they're basically like, well, it's like a normal, you know, computer cable. And then they have like the little 12, you know, it's usually like 12 volts or 20 volts or something like that that comes off of, you know, usually like you have your brick that, you know, converts AC to DC, and it down converts the voltage and everything. There's that. But like, even going back into the 80s, I mean, I'm trying to remember like really when back in 1993 and 94, I worked for a, like this little computer shop where we upgraded computers. And that was like a brand new concept back then, like actually upgrading computers. Because like ATX computers you could upgrade back then, you know, just like you can now. That's why I always tell people, like, make sure that you buy, you know, if you buy a computer, don't buy like a Dell desktop, because you're never going to be able to upgrade it. You want to buy like something that's ATX compatible. And so back then we had the AT standard, and I think ATX kind of came out in the early to mid 90s, if I'm not mistaken. And so anyway, upgrading computers was like a big thing back then. And I know that we, you know, cut some power cords just like screwing around in the shop from time to time. But I cannot recall off the top of my head ever seeing like a PC power cord, you know, like a normal, you know, power cord that you would, you know, plug into the back of your power supply on a desktop computer as not having any like shielding on it. Let's see. Richard Dower says, about time, Brad. Your viewers want more farming simulator. I know, Richard. I know. I've been neglecting the farming simulator, guys. I've been a bad, bad boy. I'm going to hire him. He's going to continue working there. He's going to do his thing there. We got to get this guy doing his thing. And I still got to look at the train to see if I have grain in the train. Grain in the train in the membrane. How long you doing this? How long you doing this so addicting a game? How long have I been playing the live stream? Jason, I'm not do I remember Super ATX vaguely? That was kind of, wasn't Super ATX just like a, I don't know if it was like a wider standard? Like the case was wider, or maybe it was smaller. I remember the name, but I know that it didn't catch on, because otherwise we would be using Super ATX, wouldn't we? Now I have to go look it up because I can't remember. Let's see, Super ATX. Super ATX. Well, no, apparently it's like a new thing, or it's still a thing, because they have Super ATX cases on Newegg. What is Super ATX? Okay, I must not remember the same because I thought it was something different. It just looks like an ATX case with like a different, with like more room on the inside, really. It's basically still an ATX format case. Let me look here. Can't even zoom into the. That's like a normal ATX case. It's just bigger. These are nice cases, though. If you want to spend $899, let's see. It says EATX full. Okay. Thermal take, yeah, EATX. What is an ATX super full tower case? Oh, let's see here. Oh, Quora. Let's see. If you categories for computer cases are most often confusing. Blah blah blah. My guess would be that the super cases might have extra space so they can handle larger motherboards such as SSI MEB, HPTX or LX. ATX or LX ATX, that's extra large ATX. So that's Core's answer. They're like, we don't really know what it means. Let's see what EATX is, because that's another format I'm not. EATX definition from PC Magazine Encyclopedia. Extended ATX, an ATX motherboard with an extended length of 13 inches instead of 9.6 inches. So, okay, so that's understandable there. So it's basically like a more square version of an ATX case, I guess. Micro and mini ATX is mostly used for laptops. No, laptops are generally custom built. They're like purpose built. I don't know any laptops that would use micro or mini ATX, because that's actually like a desktop standard. They would use like micro or mini ATX components, but as far as like a laptop motherboard, I don't think they use micro ATX. Or mini ATX. Let's see. Micro ATX laptop. Oops. Laptop. Micro ATX versus laptop. What do you think of... Oh, here's a good one on Tom's Hardware. What do you think of building a micro ATX laptop? Alright, guys. Blah, blah, blah. Somebody asks... maybe get a power... Maybe get a power supply from an old regular Xbox. Wow. Okay, this guy already doesn't know what he's talking about. Big thick. Everybody's saying it's not worth it. Mini ITX is like 160 bucks. Yeah, there's ITX. That's kind of like another format, but ATX is a desktop format, not a laptop format. Richard Dower says, I had a super micro ATX case. Yes, that is possible. Actually, a good friend of mine just built I don't know if this is a mini or a micro ATX case, because he ended up moving, and so now his like gaming room is like way bigger than it originally was. But he's got like this little teeny tiny desk for his computer, and he's like, hey Brad, what kind of computer can I build that I can fit on this desk? And I'm like, let me see the desk. And literally the desk is like a little bit wider than like your normal like large keyboard. And I was like, not much. I was like, you might want to put it on the floor. And he's like, I can't put it on the floor. I'm like, why not? So anyway, yeah, he ended up building a micro ATX, and actually he's, you know, loving it, not having any problems, anything like that. Or, I can't remember if it's a mini or micro. I'd have to ask him, but it's one of the two, definitely. Do-da-da-do-da-do-da. Thank you. Like in school, I had a, see, laptop. Richard Dower says they were just very tall cases, like larger size today. I had one from 1999 to 2000. My last build was an X58 chipset. The last like super tower case that I had was my old Alienware, which I threw away when I moved because it was like literally 20 years old, or almost 20 years old. I think I got that Alienware in 1999. I can't remember if it was 99 or 2000, but I think it was 99. It might have even been 1998. But it was pretty cool. It had like the Alienware logo. Actually, I think I took the Alienware logo off and kept it, because it was like really nice. It was like this really nice chrome Alienware, basically a fan cover. And don't turn around. I can't wait. Come on, get. Oh no, you fart nugget. Can't even believe it. All right. So we're gonna have to go and get our John Deere. H has a nearly full. Well, I hope he can hold it, okay? Because, you know, I was trying to offload him, but no. $10,000 RPM, 74 gigabyte. It's absolutely crazy. And I don't think I kept any. I might have kept one or two. I'd have to look down in the garage. After my dad passed away, you know, I had the task of having to basically go through like all the old computer stuff that we had, and really the only computer that I kept was our old Apple II Plus, which is the Apple II Plus was really my first computer, and he had some other computers that were like, you know, IBM compatibles from like the 80s. That he still had down in the basement, but I'm like, you know, some of them, you know, they would boot up, but it's like, I'm never in a million years gonna use any of this stuff. Maybe I should have donated it to like a computer museum or something. Whoops. But, you know, realistically, I'm like, you know, nobody's really gonna want this stuff. You know, even if I were to sell it on eBay or something like that, it's going to be like, you know, just nobody's going to want it. And so anyway, I think he still had like a couple old 20, they were either 20 or 40 megabyte hard. I think they were actually 40 megabyte hard drives. I remember we did have 40 meg hard drives, and I don't know if the ones that I kept are 40s. I don't think they're 20s. They might even be 60s or 80s, though I don't think they're that big. I think that's a 40, and it's basically the size of two 5¼ inch bays. Basically, if you guys have ever taken out a CD-ROM drive out of a PC. That's how big they are. They're like flippin' huge. And Helper H has a full grain tank. So I wanted to kind of keep one of those just almost like as a learning tool, maybe to like show somebody else like, okay, here's like a 40 megabyte hard drive, and oh, here's like my little tiny 256 gigabyte memory card for my drone, and it's literally the size of my fingernail on my ring finger. You know what I mean? They're like, it's just crazy how much data storage has, you know, the sizes have changed. What's really strange is like CPUs haven't really gotten that much bigger or smaller over the years. Like I've got my old 486, I think I have, no, it's a 386 processor. It's really about the same size as my 5960X processor. It's not that much smaller, but you know, obviously my 5960X is like hundreds of orders of magnitude more powerful than that thing. So it's pretty crazy. I got a 2 terabyte external hard drive for 64, but oh yeah. Yeah, you can get, like, if you go, like, with the slower drives, like the 5400 RPM drives, yeah, they're pretty cheap. You could probably get a 3 or 4 terabyte for under 80 or 90 bucks. Generally, I buy, like, my traditional hard drives, I'll get 7200 RPM. I don't go to 10,000 because you have a higher failure rate with the higher speed drives. Plus, they're a little bit more noisy. How many gigabytes are my drone card? I don't actually have like a 256 gig card, though I do know that they exist. I think all of my drone cards are all 32 gigs. And I have multiples of them so that, like, you know, my drone crashes or something like that. You know, I don't lose all my, you know, I don't lose one big expensive memory card. Because a 256 gigabyte memory card is, they're not cheap. Go look at how expensive they are. They are not cheap at all. Okay. Yeah, memory chips, your RAM chips, your SIMs or DIMMs as they're called now, they've pretty much stayed about the same size as they have been, or they were many moons ago. Helper A has a full grain tank. Wait, both my guys are moving, so that. Oh no, Helper A's near. Oh, he's not. He's not even close to being filled. Uh-oh. What have I done? I'm just going to kind of go up the field here. C32, 64. Seagate is like the one. Wait, Plextor. Is Plextor still around? I used to have some Plextor drives a long time ago. I also used to have Maxtor. I don't think Maxtor is around. Seagate is like that I will not buy Seagate drives. Of all the hard drives I've ever had that have failed, they've all, and I'm going to knock on wood here, they've all been Seagate drives. So I don't think I'm running any Seagate unless my Mac has Seagate in it. which it probably does. I don't know. As Brad will know, it's like riding a bike. Not much has changed in 10 years. Not much has changed in 10 years, but a lot has changed in 20. You know, especially with PCs. Really, the biggest change we saw throughout the early 2000s with PCs is the advent of truly plug-and-play computers, where, you know, where you would actually have a PC where you didn't have to, you know, switch jumpers and things like that. Plex Store is still in business. They make SSD stuff now. I would, you know, I would probably say within the next, like 10 years from now, I don't think physical hard drive, like when I say physical hard drives, I mean like, you know, hard drives with a spinning platter. I think those will pretty much be a thing in the past. I think solid state memory is really where the future of memory storage lies, because you can just make it so much smaller. I mean, think about like a 256 gigabyte memory card and how small it is. It's literally the size of your fingernail. And then think about the size of a standard, like 3.5 inch, you know, 1 or 2 gigabyte hard drive, right? Or I'm sorry, 1 or 2 terabyte hard drive. I mean, you can basically put. I mean, I've even seen. Well, no, I haven't seen, but I've actually heard of. I don't know if it's Samsung exactly. There are companies that are already testing 1 terabyte, you know, micro SD memory cards. I mean, that's just freaking crazy. That cloud deal, I will never ever buy cloud storage. Never. I think you are. I think it's absolutely idiotic for anybody to buy cloud storage. There's a few per case scenarios where having cloud storage is a good idea. For example, like if you're, you know, a film crew or a photographer on the road, and you want to be able to upload images to the cloud immediately, either as a backup or so that other people can access them. Oh no. Come on now. Uh-oh. Yep. We're full. We got a problem. But yeah, I mean, for like the normal computer user, the vast majority of people do not need cloud storage. They just don't. Anthony Krakowski, hello. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the other grain storage over here. We're going to offload, what, 200? Is it 200,000? Yeah, I think it's 200,000 liters off into storage over here, and then we'll come back and we'll get as much as we can from the other thing. Microsoft gave me 150 gigabytes of free cloud storage. Yeah, but even that's not really that much. But and then the other thing is you better know exactly what your terms of service is, because you got to remember that's your data. It could be your own private data that's being stored somewhere else. You know, anybody could have access to that, and you would never know. And that I just, you know, and it's not like I'm, you know, doing nefarious things or anything like that, but I just don't want other people to have access to my data. I think that's private. Here, let's see, Anthony's heading to Seattle, Washington tomorrow. My condolences. What did I ever do? What did I do with the truck with... Is it not down here anymore? Oh, I bet it's... Oh, it's still up here. Okay. Oh, so we still have that contract live, don't we? Fart nuggets. Missing crops. Minus 37. Helper A is blocked by what? Oh, fart nougats. Thomas Love. I don't know what that is. But by the way you say ha 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 at the end, it's probably not anything good. See, why use other people's cloud storage when you can make your own? Yeah, you can actually make your own private cloud storage, but you got to know what you're doing. That's not something that like everybody's going to do, and you need to have really good upload speeds and download speeds from wherever your private cloud server is going to be. I need a new map already. Yeah, I haven't found any maps that I like. So don't blame me, blame the modders. This crazy modders not coming out with the maps that I like. Who do they think they are? Let's see here. Great. Now everybody's going to have full grain tanks. All right. What do we have in here? Canola. Okay, so where is my best canola price? Hopefully it's at the restaurant. No, it's a Port Grain Elevator. Restaurant's not bad, though. I'm going to try to get this down to about... harvest income. Are we ever gonna get... Wait, are we seriously going to lose $18,000 on this? Because how the heck is the crop missing? Oh, we're actually getting money for this. Oh, that's a load of crap right there. You know what I bet? I bet this contract was outstanding. Wait, no, we still got the income from it. It didn't go down. Okay, I'm almost more confused now than I was when I was born. I was thinking that maybe installing the 1.3, or yeah, the version 1.3 live patch might have caused some kind of weird, you know, bug or something with the contract completion. But I mean, maybe it did. I don't know. But I don't know. It ended well. I'm happy. So continue on. That is only for. Did I sell the wrong place? No, I don't think so. That was the restaurant. The cow's front legs are too short in FS19. Never really noticed. I'll have to look at the cow's neck next time. If I had the money, I would get a freaking PC. Yeah, I know. You know, I always tell people, try it if you can put $20 a week away. 20 bucks a week in a year, you will have enough money to buy a decent PC. I guarantee it. All right, let's get these guys working as they should be. But yeah, like what I like to do is I like to take. I usually do it on a monthly basis, because I only get paid once a month, so that's just the way. That's the way it works. But I'll put like $80 away every week, and I've got a bank account. I got a savings account, and that's like all the money that I put in. That's like just for my computer. And so I do a savings account instead of a checking account, because I know if I do a checking account, I'll end up like maybe spending the money, and so I don't want to do that. So I do a savings account because it's, you know, they're a little bit harder to access. 80 bucks a month. Okay. Let's see here. Let's hire the worker. That's $960 a year, okay? If you do that all the time, I mean, you're going to have, you know, every 2 years, you're going to be able to build or buy a $2,000 computer, roughly. You know, you could probably, you know, put some Christmas money in there and some other stuff. Throughout my life, throughout my adult life, I've always purchased a new computer every 2 years. As a matter of fact, in the last 2 years, well, 2 years ago was really the first time that I've never bought a computer, you know, in a 2-year cycle. Because my last computer, I spent, you know, I basically kind of spent what I would have spent in 4 years on a computer, but it's lasted me 2 years. And honestly, I don't really have a compelling reason to upgrade it because it still does great. And it really, everything that I throw at it, it does just fine processing it. So I don't really have a major compelling reason to upgrade right now. Let's see, we're still working down here. Oh, he just let one off. So let's see what this guy's got. What have you got? Okay, so he's almost full. So let's just go ahead. Whoops. Whoops. I'm going to just take this guy off the field. We're going to let him finish things out. Or let the other one finish things out. No, not $80 a week, $80 a month, $20 a week. If you can do $20, I think everybody can put away $20 a week. I know for a fact everybody can. If you really wanted to, even if you have like the crappiest job ever, you can probably put 20 bucks a week away for a computer. And then if you want to work harder, if you want to work multiple jobs, you know, you can do that. You can make, you know, money even faster. I mean, it's out there. You know, you just got to do it. You got to discipline yourself to do it. You know, I've talked with several kids. You know, like Robert, New Hill 20, and like Andy Farmer. You know, I kind of coached them on, you know, this is what you got to do to buy a computer. You know, save your money strategically. And they both did it. They both built, you know, pretty darn nice gaming rigs. Wait, did I do the maintenance? Yes. So it's not, you know, like I said, it's not difficult to do. You just have to be able to discipline yourself to do it. And I think for most people, that's the, you know, the hardest part. Because it's like, oh, I got this money in my bank, and it, you know, it's like it's burning a hole in my pocket, and you can't let it do that. Not if you want to get what you know, are planning to get. Okay, all right. So these guys, wait, is he really? Really? Let's go ahead and shoot. Fart nougat. Aha. Back it up, buttercup. Did you see that lizard road rage? That the lizard road rage is coming back to farming? I don't even know what that is, so I guess not. Richard Dower says yes, but first you need to make up your mind and commit to making a weekly budget. That is true. But yeah, I mean, 20 bucks ain't that much money. It really isn't. And if you do it religiously, or, you know, or like every month, like I just do it every month. I don't think I do like $20 a week. I think it's like $100 a month is what I always try to put away. So that I know in, you know, 2 years, I'm going to have, well, $100 a month would be $2,400, you know, $2,400, which, I mean, is going to buy you like one of the best gaming laptops you could probably, you know, buy. And then if you build build a PC, it's going to be like the most, you know, kick-ass PC you're going to be able to buy too. So it's like, you know, start planning and just stop making excuses and do it. And in 2 years might sound like a long time, but it's really not. You know, 2 years from now, you'd be joining the PC Master Race and being like, thanks, Brad, I never knew what I was missing. All right. Oh, that's right. We have to sit here while we unload. Scott Page says, I can't afford much at the moment. Mama's away, so I'm flat out paying the bills, feeding 2 fur balls. I'm gonna assume those are cats or some type of pets. And myself, you know, like, don't take this the wrong way, Scott, but I think you're making excuses. I think if people really discipline themselves to doing something, you know, if you want to save that $20 a week, you just have to discipline yourself. You know, cut back on the potato chips, or, you know, the Twinkies, or, you know, whatever. I mean, I'm just, you know, throwing out examples there. But you know, it can definitely be done in any budget. It really can be. All right. Well, no, we're still offloading here. I think this is going to take this all the way up to fully loaded again, but I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Man, I really hope whenever we get the next awesome price for soybeans that it's gonna be. We're gonna have to plant like canola or something crazy. Sid also brings up a good point. If you're going to build a PC, buy all your parts at once, meaning buy all of your parts at the same time. Do not buy a motherboard and then 2 months later buy your CPU, and 2 months later buy your RAM, and 2 months later buy your video card, because it's never going to get built. I've seen too many people make that mistake. I actually saw one guy complete his build, you know, with that method. It's a horrible way to build a computer. But yeah, save up all your stuff. Go to PC Part Picker, make your lists, or go to Newegg, make your list. I buy all my stuff from Newegg or Micro Center. Of course, that's not an option for everybody, but especially Micro Center, because I think they're only in the United States and maybe Canada. But you know, definitely 100% build it all at once. Don't you know, buy things separately. And a lot of times, like, if you go to like Newegg and you look, like, let's say there's like a CPU that you want, you want like an Intel 9900K or something, they're actually going to have a bundle that's going to be like the CPU, a motherboard, like probably a super awesome motherboard. They're going to have usually RAM, and a lot of times, even with those bundle packs, you can go in and actually modify some things on there to get, like, let's say it only, like, they do a bundle with only 8 gigs of RAM and you want to buy 16 or 32. A lot of times there'll be like a little thing on there, you know, that you can click on to get 16 or 32, and it'll just automatically update the bundle. But, you know, you'll end up saving, you know, maybe like 50 or 60 bucks or 100 bucks or, you know, whatever, you know, however much money, you'll end up saving some money doing it that way. And just, you know, research it. Ask people, you know, what video cards are good, what CPUs are good. You know, I'm kind of like an Intel NVidia guy. For, you know, I want the best performance, so I tend to go those routes. And you know, there's, like, I was getting into an argument with somebody, like, I don't know, a week or so ago about, like, AMD video cards and Intel video cards, and you know, they were like, well, for, you know, $20 more, they could buy like an NVIDIA video card it's going to look better. It's going to really process things about the same, but as far as like driver support, reliability, and things like that, for a similar card that he was looking, or similar performance card from AMD, you know, it's like, spend the extra 20 or 30 bucks and get the NVIDIA card. I've talked to so many people over the last 4 or 5 years who've been burned by NVIDIA cards, or not NVIDIA cards, by AMD cards, And, you know, I feel terrible, but just the way it goes. Just get a PC for PS4. Don't listen to Anthony. He didn't know what he's talking about. He's not one of the master race of PC users. He doesn't understand how good it can be on the other side. It's not that I like fast food. I don't know how to cook much, so... Well, learn how to cook. I just taught myself how to make noodles. Like, legit. I was like, I would go to the store and I would get this pack of Kluskine egg noodles. And I was like, I wonder how difficult it actually is to make my own egg noodles at home. Because all it costs is like a little bit of flour, you know, 2 cups of flour and 3 eggs and some salt. And it's so freaking easy. 30 minutes, you've got noodles that'll probably last you for, you know, if you cook them up that day, you know, they're gonna last you for the week. You can make all kinds of different, you can make spaghetti. I make chicken noodle soup, man, and it's like the best. You can't even get that store-bought. You know, you can make just all kinds of stuff. You can make lasagna, and it's so easy. Like, just look it up on YouTube. There's so many like cooking things out there. It's literally unbelievable how much money you can save cooking stuff at home. It really is. Like, I made a pot roast, when was it, on Sunday, and it's like more than I can eat in one sitting. And I had my mother over, you know, we had roast, and I mean, it's just a matter of going out and buying a roast. It's like maybe $12. You know, searing both sides of it, putting some, you know, some butter and some salt and pepper on it. And, you know, and then throwing it in the oven. You know, you just sear it, put it in a pan with some potatoes and some carrots and some onions, throw it in a pan, you know, put some aluminum foil over the top of it, and put it in the oven for like 2 hours at like 325. And you got a meal that's like, tastes homemade. Oh, wait, it is homemade. It's just so much better than like always eating, like, I'm not saying fast food, but like, you know, a lot of people do. I mean, I've gone through phases in my life where I've, you know, eaten a lot of fast food and not really, what the heck? Oh. All right, hire him. Are we gonna be done? Are we gonna be done harvesting? Helper E has a nearly... Okay, so he's almost... Let's see if we can get turned around here. I think he's gonna... Oh, no, there he goes. Richard Dower sold his Lego collection. Yeah, see, that's another thing. Like, people are like, Brad, you should get Legos. And I'm like, no. You know, even with my Millennium Falcon, they're like, Brad, you should get the Star Wars Millennium Falcon. First of all, if I want to get one of the original ones, it's like $10,000. If I want to get one of the new ones that they just came out with, it's still like, what is it? Is it $800 or $1,500? It's like ridiculously expensive. And when it's done, it looks like a Lego Millennium Falcon. It doesn't look like I want my Millennium Falcon to look like it does in the movies. Do 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 do. All right, so he's gonna be done. Let's go ahead and just fire the worker here. Well, But yeah, I mean, if people want to, you know, it doesn't matter what they want. If they want a car, if they want a PlayStation, if they want, you know, whatever, you know, you have to discipline yourself, and you have to tell yourself that, yeah, you actually can do it, and just not make excuses that you can't. Because we can make an excuse for everything in life, and when you do that, you start to believe it, and you end up not going anywhere, and you'll never get that computer, you'll never get that next thing that you want. And you know, to that end, I think it's really important that, you know, if you think you can do it, you'd be surprised. I mean, these kids are like, you know, one kid was in, I think he's from Wales, and the other kid was in Ireland, and they're both like, there's no jobs around here. And I'm like, you're making excuses, there's jobs out there. And they eventually went out, they both found jobs, they both started saving their money, and within like 6 or 8 months, you know, one of the kids, he had like, I think like 600 or 700 euros saved up, and he went and he built like a computer. And, you know, he just went with like an Intel, I think an i5 with like 8 gigs of RAM. Not the best, you know, motherboard in the universe, but he got like a cheaper gaming motherboard. And I think he used like a TV or something for his monitor. But so he built like the core system. And because he went ATX, like later he went and bought, I think he ended up buying like a GTX 1060 video card, you know, because so he eventually saved up for that. And, you know, just make goals for yourself, and keep following, those goals, and pursuing those goals. It's really not difficult. Anthony saying good night. All right. Good night, Anthony. Anthony apparently paid $6,300 on a bowl today. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means. Knowing Anthony, it's probably something dirty. All right. So we got that. Are we really? Yeah, we're pretty well. It's, aside from this bit here, we're pretty much done. I think there's a little bit of... Oh, man. There might be a little bit of cotton up at the other end of this field, so we're going to go check that out really quick. What I don't recommend doing, if you're going to go like a, you know, for like a gaming computer, unless you really, really know what you want and you have the money to buy an extended warranty, do not buy a laptop for a computer. It's kind of like a 50-50 chance. I don't even like saying 50-50. I like to say 100%, because, and the reason why I say that is every single laptop I've ever purchased, I don't care what brand it is, has eventually had a problem. I've had to send it back for repair. And when you buy an extended warranty, you're paying the extra to cover you, not in the case of if it happens, it's like in the case of when it happens. Because, you know, when I used to have my own business and I used to travel a lot, I was lugging my laptop everywhere, and that was both my business PC, and it was also, you know, after work and, you know, at home and whatnot, that was my gaming PC. And so, you know, I always bought like a really nice laptop that had a good GPU in it and stuff. And, but because it traveled so much, it would just get the crap beat out of it. You know, if you kept it on a desk where it's not moving or anything, it's probably going to last a lot longer. But if you're literally are using it as a laptop, meaning you're putting it in your lap, you know, on a daily basis, or sitting in bed with it, there's probably going to be like 100% chance that it's going to break. Is this thing still? Oh no, okay, I had it turned off. But I don't really recommend them, you know, for because to get a decent gaming laptop, you got to spend $1,000. You just have to do it. And the more, you know, the higher above that you can go. And if you can get up to about $1,500, you're going to get, you know, an even better gaming laptop. But, you know, I've seen people that are like, Brad, I got a gaming laptop. It was only like $450 at Best Buy, or not Best Buy, but like Walmart or something. And you're just like, oh no, because you know it's probably like money down the drain. You know, and I have the gift of hindsight, I guess, because, you know, I've made those mistakes in my life. You know, I've bought crappy computers that I bought like really nice computers that I thought were good. As a matter of fact, I had a laptop die on me once. It was a Hewlett Packard. It was a gaming laptop, but you know, this is before really gaming laptops were like gaming laptops like they are today. And let's see. Oh, we gotta make sure that everybody's empty. He is empty. And the motherboard went bad. I bought it at Best Buy. I'd taken it back to Best Buy. I had my extended warranty. They had the laptop for like a month and a half. And I'm like, you know, you guys, you know, if your warranty says if you can't fix it within 45 days, you have to swap it out. They eventually like got a hold of whoever they had to get a hold of, and they actually, you know, were like, okay, we got the swap out authorized. And what ended up happening was, now this was like a $2,000 laptop, and they're like, well, the best laptop that we have in store is this Dell gaming laptop. And it was like an Intel i7 something. So it had a good processor, but it had like an AMD GPU in it. And maybe that's why I hate AMD so much. But it had an AMD GPU in it. And it was $1,300. But I should have gotten a swap out for the full 2,000. But I was in, you know, they had the laptop for like a month and a half. I was using a laptop that at the time was about 6 or 7 years old, and it had problems, you know, cutting out and, you know, shutting off randomly and things like that. So I was kind of in between a rock and a hard place, and I needed a new laptop. Now I could have ordered like the latest HP laptop through their website, but then they were like, well, that's going to take like 2 to 3 more weeks, because then they got to, you know, custom build it or whatever they got to do, and I just couldn't wait anymore. So I get this it was a Dell laptop, and like I said, it had like an Intel processor, which was pretty good. It was an i7, I know, HQ something, and it had like an AMD graphics card. And I had nothing but problems. Literally the first week it started having major issues. I actually had to take it in to get them to look at it. Literally every month I was having major issues, and I finally found kind of like a workaround for the issues that I was having. But it was basically like, you know, I was really having difficulties living with this laptop, and literally 1 year later, the thing finally gave up the ghost for good, and I took it back and I said, I don't care. I've had this thing in here like 5 or 6 times. I'm done with it. I'm really sorry, but I am done. And the guy just looked at me, and he was like, I'm really sorry. We're going to give you a new laptop right now. And then I took that credit and put it towards a new laptop, and then ended up getting something. Actually, I think I got it. That's when I got my first Asus gaming laptop. And then I was like, if I'm ever going to buy a laptop now, like, I would definitely recommend Asus. Like, both of my Asus laptops I still have. I did have to take one of them. Well, that first one, after like 3 years, I think, it eventually did. The motherboard went bad, you know, sent it back. They fixed it within like a week. They got it back really fast. And then I ended up buying like another Asus laptop after that. And of course, I haven't used those in like 4 years because I have my ultimate gaming PC. Ha. But if I went on vacation or something, I would take those with me. So, well, guys, we got all the harvesting done except for that, that one bit right through here. So I don't know. Let's see here. I don't know when that's going to grow. I really don't. Where is... Okay, here we go. I do not know. Let's see. Richard, as Brad said, the original Millennium Falcon is worth several $1,000s now. Oh, it's like if you get the original Lego Millennium Falcon that came out like in the early 2000s. I don't remember the exact date, but it was like, I want to say like 2004 or 5 or something. I'd have to get, don't quote me on any of this because I'm just like kind of pulling numbers out, like vague numbers from my pseudo memory of never owning one. But yeah, it's like if you have one in its original box, never opened, you can easily get $10,000. You can put it up on eBay right now and somebody will buy it for $10,000. I guarantee it. That's how crazy some of these Lego people are. They crazy. All right, so we've got one. Well, there's 2 down there. And then 1, 2, 3, and I see 4 more up there. Okay. Just trying to, figure out how many bales. Richard Dower says 2007. Was it that late? Maybe it was. I thought it was before that. I thought it was like 2003 or 4 or something. But maybe that's when it was. Wait, do I have 2 bales in? Oh, I got 2 bales in there already. I got 2 bales in there already. Yeah, you're telling the truth. I hope you're telling the truth. I didn't doubt you. I mean, I wasn't sure. So yeah, I guess 2007. But still, I mean, that's even when they first came out, they were like $800 or $1,000. They were not cheap. Actually, the price of Legos, I think in general, is kind of ridiculous. I think they're way higher than they should be. But aren't they made in Sweden? Is it Sweden or Norway or Denmark or something? Where Lego's made? Somebody will be like, no, it's North Korea. No, no, it's not North Korea. But I'm almost positive Lego is made in like Sweden or something. Or Norway. Maybe it's, I don't know. People will be like, Brad, you're wrong, it's Germany. Let's see. Where is Lego made? No, not made. Made. Denmark. Okay. Did I say Denmark? I said Sweden, Norway, and I thought I said Denmark, but I can't remember. It was whatever the third country. See, all I did was I was like spouting off country names, America, Canada, Mexico, China, Taiwan. Eventually, if you know enough country names, you're eventually gonna maybe stumble onto the right name. China they have super factories there. I don't think so. Darth Leaf says Denmark as well. I just Googled it. It said they're actually made in Denmark. Yeah, if Legos were made in China, you could guarantee they'd be like filled with lead. Like children would be like eating them, and like they'd be growing like third eyes by 6 years old and stuff like that. If they came from China. I kind of want to drive through across these things, but I know I'm going to destroy them. I just know. So I'm going to speed up time a little bit. Maybe we'll get super lucky here with the growth, crop growth back here. I still think it's weird because it's all planted at the same time, but hashtag Giants Engine. It might also be, you know, something with the patch. I just don't know. Richard says they have factories in several countries. I didn't think that Lego did. I thought they all were made in the same factory. Let's see, molding is done in Billund, Denmark, Switzerland, Hungary, Monterrey, Mexico, and most recently Jiangxing, China. Okay, so they've got 4 factories. So that's kind of, the China thing is definitely recent. Because I remember like several years ago I looked it up and they were like, yep, no, not in China. They might be doing the Chinese thing because it's getting so expensive to manufacture in Europe. Because, like, you know, if you think how high taxes are in Europe, I feel sorry for you guys in Europe. I don't blame the UK one bit wanting to leave the EU. They're like paying for half the EU in taxes. No, I can't see. Oh no. Whoop. Ah, lift it up. I wonder if I can pick these up long way. No, I guess I can only pick them up from the side. I mean, that makes sense. I'm still in shock that there's more than one Lego factory. Because I know for like the longest time they were like, nope, we're only making them in, you know, in one. I don't know why I was thinking it was Sweden, but I can't push it back. Okay. Czech Republic is not China. No. The China factory is amazing, fully robotic, it's state of the art. Well, their Denmark factory is like pretty amazing. I remember seeing like a documentary about it a few years ago. How like, you know, all the like their entire warehouse. It's like all these little like robot things going around on the floor. They probably use like the same or similar systems if they're doing manufacturing in other countries too, I would imagine. Can't remember if I've ever been to the Czech Republic. I don't think I have. I've been to Poland. I accidentally drove into Poland in the middle of winter one time. And I remember going in there because I wasn't sure if I had to have like a visa to get into Poland. This is back around 2000. I don't think I had to have a visa, but I, for some reason, thought, oh no, I'm gonna get like shot by the Polish guard. I don't know. Not really. But it was in the middle of the snowstorm. I was on the Autobahn, and I missed my exit, and I knew I missed my exit, but it was snowing so hard, and there wasn't a place to turn around, and literally the next stop was the you know, the border of between Germany and Poland, and I'm like, oh, I'm totally screwed. And so I went up, and then they were like, oh, there's no border station here, and so I just turned around like no big deal. There was actually the old border station there, but you know, it wasn't like manned or anything. There was lights on and stuff, and there were rest areas, but you know, it wasn't like they're checking passports or anything. Ba, 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 ba. George Lucas is the one paying $10K for the Falcon. He knows Disney is going to make a Falcon movie. Well, they kind of did make a Falcon movie with the Han Solo movie. I really hope that they make like another Solo movie, because you know, the whole thing with like Darth Maul and everything, like. And if you haven't seen Solo, I just gave away the big spoiler at the end. But I thought Solo was like the best of the new Star Wars movies. It was awesome. It really was. Very nice. Very nice. All right. I'm just going to lay these other ones right here. Great demand at Ranch, great demand at Port Grain Elevator. For what? For wheat. Actually, that's a good price for wheat. And what was the other thing? And eggs. Really? And it's not even the best price. There we go again. It's like the second worst price. Ugh. Oh, well. We might have to sell that wheat, though. But it's not going to be this episode, guys. I'm going to say good night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, playing some Farming Simulator 2019. Or, well, it's just 19, really. I don't know. Giants might get mad at me if they're... No, it's not 2019. It's just 19. Farming Simulator 19, guys. Thank you so much. If you have not done so, be sure to hit that like button before you leave. It does help me out tremendously, and I really super appreciate it. Leave a comment once the live stream goes live, if you want to watch it again or listen to it again or whatnot. Be sure to do that. And if you have not done so, please subscribe for this and many more videos. I am Bradham73. Thanks so much again for watching. Good night, everybody, and bye for now.